I want to end the show this week by addressing a hard truth. It is a hard truth, especially if you find Donald Trump's persona and policies as odious and as dangerous as I do. We are now just 9 months from the election. That's not very long. And if you care about the country and its democratic traditions, you hope that Donald Trump will lose. In fact, you may hope he doesn't become the Republican nominee. Hell, you may hope that he could be knocked off the ballot, prevented from running in some way. But the truth is, the likelihood of that is near zero. There are all these cases swirling around, state and federal, civil and criminal. We cover them all here on this podcast. I follow them closely. And they're important. The law is important. And accountability is important. I know many have the fervent hope that one of these legal matters will once and for all fell Trump and his political prospects for good. The hard truth is, that's just not going to happen, at least not in time. This has been the story of Trump's trials and tribulations for some time now. The hope has been that some prosecutor or some legal case would take Trump off the scene for good. But let's review. It wasn't going to be Robert Mueller's investigation. It wasn't going to be the impeachment over Ukraine. It wasn't going to be the impeachment over January 6th. And it certainly wasn't going to be the 25th Amendment. And now the cases have multiplied. And still, they won't end Trump, the politician, or his potential next presidency. It won't be the defamation case brought by E. Jean Carroll. It won't be the civil case brought by Letitia James. It won't be the 14th Amendment case in Colorado, or the one in Maine, or in any other state. The criminal cases won't do it either, even if they conclude before the election, and they probably won't. It won't be the state case in Georgia brought by Fani Willis. It won't be the state case in New York brought by Alvin Bragg. And it won't be the 2 federal cases brought by Jack Smith. Donald Trump, the politician, will not be put down in a courtroom. Even upon conviction, he can still run and he can still win. Donald Trump, the politician, can be put down only at the ballot box. And if you think about it, isn't that how it should be? Donald Trump, the politician, taken down not by a prosecutor or a robed jurist, but defeated by the people, by a definitive and deafening drubbing at the polls, not by 1 judge or 12 jurors, but by 100 million citizens. Defeating him in this way is, in my mind, a moral, ethical, democratic, and generational imperative. Donald Trump has said that immigrants poison the blood of this country. Well, I say that it is Donald Trump who defiles America. Donald Trump is the alien. With every wink at an insurrectionist and every nod to a dictator, he defiles America. With every insult to a veteran and every retreat from an ally, he defiles America. With every threat to weaponize justice and every call to violence, he defiles America. With every lie, every obstruction, every election interference, he proves himself unfit and, yes, defiles America. So let's beat him and all he stands for at the polling places and let him live his last few craven, miserable years as a profligate loser that he is, as determined not by a court or by some operation of law, but by the most awesome jury ever assembled, the American voting public. That's who needs to send him packing into the dustbin of history. We the people.